Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Smith, your professional astrologer, with the very first Aries horoscope for June 2023 at Raise Your Vibration TV. We used to do tarot and astrology together, and I incorporated them and kind of went through the month like that. And it seemed like it packed a lot of info, but it also left a lot out, because you're trying to go through a month. So I thought, well, let's still do the tarot and you'll be able to get your tarot forecast. It'll be connected to this. And if you're watching the tarot, it also is connected to the astrology one, of course. But I thought, I'm a professional astrologer and I really want to get more in depth with what's going on for you, each of the signs. So I decided to do this. So I hope you like it. It gives us a little bit more time so we don't have to be speedy. It will be a shorter length of video, but we pack a lot of punch in this and we're not trying to use two tools at once. So I'm really excited to offer this to you now. So, Aries, welcome. We're going to start off with Pluto and how it's squaring the nodes and how that's going to affect your finances. It'll bring a highlight to it. This could mean a lot of things for Aries. This could mean jobs coming your way. It could also mean more money, but it could almost come out of a struggle. So we may be at a point in your life, Aries, where you're like, you know what? I'm done robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm done doing that. So I believe what you will do now is be able to get the funds that you need to do what you need to do. And I think it's going to take some transformation as far as looking at your finances and speaking your truth, getting the help that you need. This could also mean loans, that kind of thing. Maybe you're restructuring, like mortgages, that kind of thing. But there's gonna be a focus on finances for sure. And for the Aries that are looking for jobs, let's not focus on the struggle. Let's get some perspective on that. You know what I mean? Um, it's going to be harsh coming into this full moon, which is going to be on the 3rd. We'll get to that in a little bit. But we also have Mars, your ruler in Leo, another fellow fire sign. It's squaring the nodes as well. So we've got Pluto squaring the nodes, we've got Mars squaring the nodes, and to make matters maybe a little bit more better, but adds an emotional element to it, is Venus in Cancer opposite Pluto. So we've got some crazy stuff going on here. And I just realized that I didn't turn over the chart, but here's the chart, and this is what I'm talking and looking about. Oh my God. Hey, it's the first run. And I really don't like to constantly do takes of this because I don't want it to be scripted. I want it to be off the cuff and what my eyes go to, like I would in a regular astrology reading. So there's your chart. Sorry. I just get to talking and forget to hit the magic switch. But anyway, here is your chart, Aries, and you can see those squares between Pluto and the nodes and Mars, and you can see the opposition with Venus and Pluto. You've got some energy at work here. And not only that, this is a lot. It's also going to have to do a lot with self-worth and how I give and receive love. There's transformation that can come out of these obstacles and these struggles. So even though it's going to be a little tough out of the gate, this is all bringing things to light for you, Aries, because you've got Jupiter softening up the blow, or it could also be making things a lot more dramatic. And we don't need to go there. What Pluto is really asking to do when it's squaring all of these and opposite and all of that is requiring you to go back to the drawing board, to look at the perspective that you're giving and what you're doing wrong. You know what I mean? And it's really not about things that are going wrong. It's about you, and the way that you functioned before is no longer working for you now. And Pluto offers that perspective. Yes, it may seem devastating. It may seem tough. It may be a struggle. But you're a seedling right now, and you're just about to break through the dirt. And all you have left to do is bloom after that. And you really want to pay attention to that in June. Are you going to put your attention on lack and drama and that kind of thing? Or are we going to start building the empire you deserve? And that could very well happen for a lot of Aries. So let's go ahead and take a look at the full moon. The full moon is happening June 3rd and it's in Sagittarius, so it's in a fellow fire sign. It's going to feel good. This full moon is a time to have fun. And this full moon is happening in your third house of communication. It could also put a lot of emphasis on brothers and sisters. It could also be short trips and travel. There could be a focus on that. Maybe this full moon is about time to just get away and do something different. You know, even though we have this Scorpio moon that makes things more intense and watery, it's kind of being softened by Saturn in Pisces. So we've got a lot of this energy going on. And Saturn is also going to be square the moon. So then we've got the moon trine Mars. So that's going to be very good for Aries. It seems almost like things starting to lighten up. You're actually starting to gain that perspective in only a short time in the first week of June. So, you know, even though things are going to be intense, and this also goes for the world stage. So just be mindful of, am I allowing myself to have fun? Am I allowing myself the proper communication for people? Am I saying the right things? Am I meaning the right things? Am I putting too much emotion in it, or am I having a lack of it? There's a lot of things that are going to be brought to light, but basically what's going on here is the way that we think about things and our philosophies. And sometimes with this Sagittarian energy, we fight for that higher ground, and we just need to come down a little bit. You know what I mean? This would be a great time to go earthing, to go grounding, get outside barefoot, get in the sunlight. Sorry, I took a sip of my tea. But with this full moon, full moons always bring things to light. So just be aware of that. You know, what is this bringing to light? Maybe I need to communicate a little bit more. Maybe I need to start writing down things in my life. Maybe I need to really come across what I need to say. Maybe I just need to get away for the weekend and not worry about the money. The money will be there. You know what I mean? So with this full moon, it's going to bring a lot of attention to our partnerships and groups and how we talk to other people. Again, this is all about communicating. This is going out and having some fun, and also allowing yourself to love yourself. That's a key moment. So as we progress through the month, we've got Venus moving into Leo on the 5th. So right after that, Venus is going to be moving in the sign of Leo. This heightens up things a lot. So far we've got Mars and Venus in Leo. And Leo is about having fun. Leo is about going on an adventure. Leo is also about love. And again, this theme of self-love versus the love that I receive from other people is going to be huge for us fire signs. I'm a Leo. So, you know, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are going to feel this need of, am I getting the proper love that I need from other people in groups in that sort of situation? And it's going to be highlighting your friends and wanting to spend time with people and make plans, you know, do that. That's the one thing you got to do. It's all about transforming the way that you look at your life, your finances, your relationships, and all of that. So when Venus moves into Leo, it adds a very romantic spark. I mean, it's going to be a great summer for the fire signs. You know, it's just going to be challenging, but you can do it with balance. So as we move through, again, Pluto is going to move into Capricorn because it's in retrograde right now. So it moved into Aquarius, and then it moves right back into Capricorn. And it's going to keep doing that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we've got Mercury moving into Gemini in its own sign. So, you know, on the 11th is going to be a good day to get communications done. But we've got Venus square Jupiter, which is kind of a hindrance. You know, it may be one of those days where it's just plans aren't working out, but you love to do what you're going to do, and you're going to do it, just like Aries energy. And then on the 14th, your ruler Mars is going to be square the moon. So be careful of that. Get some rest around that time, okay? And then on the 17th, we've got Saturn going retrograde. And in your it's in your 12th house, in your whole sign house. It's in your 12th house. So what that means is that we're really taking a backseat look at, well, all right, how do I feel about myself? What do I need to change? It's about transformation for you. So start going back to the drawing board and seeing what's working and releasing some old patterns. When Saturn goes retrograde, you can really start releasing these old patterns. And this is all something that's internal with you. And then right after that, on the 18th, we have the new moon. Let's pull that up if we could. The new moon in Gemini. So, the new moon in Gemini is at 12:37 a.m. and it is going to be again in your third house, and your 11th house is lit for this one, okay? So, as far as Aries is concerned, we've got the healing taking place in our lives. New moons are a great time to start making changes and good changes. This new moon is in the sign of Gemini. It's airy, it's communication, it's getting your point across. But as long as we get some perspective, again, Pluto is still square the nodes. So we've got to gain that perspective, all right? It's very important that we do that. And then we've got, let's see, I'm kind of feeling the whole Mercury thing and communicating. That is the important part for you in this month. So let's focus on that and getting things across. Again, travel looks like a big highlight throughout the whole month. So if you are planning on doing a trip, do it. You know what I mean? Plan it. Make it happen. Maybe be spontaneous also. And then the sun moves into Cancer on June 21st. That's the summer solstice. And that is a time of, well, that's when summer starts. You know what I mean? And it is a perfect time to go out there with this new moon energy. And the summer solstice is to go out there and tell the universe exactly what you want, Aries. This is the month to do it. All right. And then at the end of the month, we have Neptune going retrograde on the 30th. And that is taking place in your solar first house. Well, the 12th to the 1st. Let's go back to the Aries if we could, please. Yep. There we go. So yeah, that's it, right teetering on the ascendant in your 12th house, ready to move into the first. So we're getting rid of our illusions and our delusions about ourselves. So the veil lifts. That's what I would say, at least temporarily, on the 30th. All right, Aries. This was our first go. Is a little shaky, but you know what? It'll keep getting better as we go on. I thank you so much for your love and support. Let me know how things are going for you throughout the month and start to enjoy your summer. Happy summer solstice. Thank you so much.